Hello everyone, welcome back. Um, I played some blitz schemes and I wanted to show how to punish your opponent when when he weakens his dark squares. So we've got a Sicilian and we have an Taimanov variation where the main move is after knight to here. Queen c7 or a6 to prevent, in this variation, queen to b8. The idea of queen c7 is to control the e5 square, control the d6 square, and also line up the queen on this really nice file, half open file. But actually, this knight to here is not a good move. It's an okay move, it got played, but it's not that critical. Instead of doing those moves, a6 prevents knight to b5. So in this, we just play bishop e3. We got a standard setup. He plays g6. The idea of g6 is, of course, to say, I will put my bishop on the long diagonal. Let's fianchetto my bishop. The issue with this move is that he has made Swiss cheese, you could say. So we want to exploit that by playing knight to b5, which I played. No, I'm not in the. I played bishop e3. My apologies. I played first bishop to here. First developed my bishop, and after that, then I played knight to b5, exploiting the dark squares. So now I'm trying to play knight to here, check. The king has to move, and then I'm just better. I have more development, better development. So he plays bishop e5, protecting the d6 square. So I said, all right, let's take. Now your dark square bishop is gone, and you have all those dark square weaknesses. So this is really good for me. He played queen, queen e7, and the best move is to retreat the queen to somewhere, or to play knight b5, going for this nice c7 square, and if it takes something like this, which is also really good for white, as you can see, the evaluation bar, and you see the total domination. I'm going to castle long and just play my bishop somewhere. I have discovered attacks, so checks. So a really good position for white. I just castled, which is okay. It gives a little bit advantage away, but it's totally fine actually. And he should take here. I take back, and now the dark squares are fine. You could say I think the best move is knight to here, practical for the after knight b5. I think I just castle. So the issue here is that, of course, his square bishop is blocked in. His knights are a little bit misplaced, and I'm blockading his d pawn, of course. And I get really easy development like this. But he just played knight f6, and I played bishop g5. b5, I mean. Bishop b5 has a clear idea of taking the knight. The reason why is we take the knight, and at that moment he will probably take back with his pawn. And he has a lot of pawns on light squares, and I am fighting for the dark squares, so I am removing the defender of the dark squares, which is a knight. That was my idea. And here I take. And what I thought was that he would take with the d-pawn. And I would have probably taken the queen, king takes, and yeah, maybe play bishop g5 and have a good position. Probably king to e8 and then e5. And now this bishop is really blocked in. I have all those juicy squares and diagonal, and I'm just going to pile up on the d file or starting an attack on the h file. So that was the idea, but he took with the c pawn, with the b pawn. Now his bishop can be developed on this diagonal. So, and he is also protecting the d square. So in this case, I took the queen and I played bishop to here, saying if the knight moves and taking the rook, not the best move, not by far. I think that now e5 or bishop check are better. And yeah, I played this, rook came to the d file, and here I should have given also check bishop b6. So of course fine, he goes back, and now I should have given us check, where the only move for him is king back, and now I have bishop d6. Yeah, the evaluation bar drops, but for my wait a sec. First, the knight goes away, take, and here he should have, here I should have played knight e4, going with a knight to this juicy square. Even better. So okay, but what happened is I gave a check. I didn't give a check. I placed bishop to here, and now he has the chance to play d5, and this is worse than the variation we got, because in this variation he can move his pawns. And now we can get some counterplay. For us in the variation we get, as in the game, he wanted to develop his light square bishop, and he says I'm playing c4, c5 I mean, and my bishop is open and you might have some weaknesses here. Yeah, I place check, king goes back, and now I play e5, attacking the knight. There's only one square for the knight, and I take, and he takes the c pawn. Maybe taking with the e pawn, now we get more or less the same variation, only the bishop, I played this and the bishop moves to here, so we get more or less the same variation. But he took with the c pawn, so his bishop is actually more free now. You just need to play d4, and his bishop is open. But I think you can see the issue here, aside from the evaluation bar, is that his rooks are disconnected. I have two rooks that can go attack those pawns. This pawn is very hard to defend. You need to go here, and then needs to go here, and this square, those squares are both occupied by my bishop. So he is actually stuck. You can see the materials even, but the positional advantage I have is by 2 points. And what I played in the game was h4. He brought his rook. I play h5, just creating some weaknesses. He plays g5, and I played rook h3. It's a clear plan. I can go rook b3, or I can go rook f3. He protected that pawn, which is g5 pawn, but after that I play rook to here, and he resigned because there is no defending the f pawn, and I just infiltrate and win all those pawns. Really that simple. So what should he have played is rook to g8. Rook to g8 not only defends this pawn, but after I go rook f3, he has king e8, protecting his pawn. And now what does white need to do? First and foremost, we want to stop rook, after a rook going to here or something like here. And this is also a weakness. So yeah, stopping rook to here is of course really dumb. I can just take. It's more about blockading the pawns more and creating area. If I go here, I can protect his g pawn with his h pawn, and actually tie the defense. Tie the rook to the defense of those two pawns later in the game, where I can play maybe an h6 somewhere along the line, and then he needs to come back. Where now I can put more pressure on this pawn with maybe a rook d3, rook f3. The line that I saw, the computer says rook to c4. I must say, I think rook to c4 is an idea to go rook to here and attacking my pawn here, of course. Rook to here. Now he can't come to here for the reason I will go to here. And alright, the computer says let's attack the bishop. Bishop needs to go back. The only square he can go is to here. The other square is a checkmate by the rook. So he needs to go here. And now you just play rook to here, and the rook needs to come back. I thought it was for the protecting. No, I didn't saw the reason of this move d3. I thought it was also protect, but also p3 because in the line. I thought here. I thought maybe you can play d4, activating the bishop. And here the answer is attack the bishop. The bishop can't go anywhere except c8 or this mate, except for, of course, or I win the bishop. That's actually the only thing, or I win something more. So bishop back. Now I pin the bishop to the king. So now you might think that white's pieces are also stuck pinning all those pieces, but you need to remember this rook is actually also stuck on this file, protecting the bishop. Okay, if the rook moves, if the king moves, I win this pawn. So this rook needs to be on this file, and I have one piece more that can maneuver the king. So the idea is actually here to create a zugzwang for black. So the computer says instead to play g4, then we play, I think, something like g3, and d3 is a really interesting move, but I think that I just can play c3, and now I am just winning this pawn. Can't do anything. So I thought maybe a rook c6, which is a waiting move, but here comes here g4. I played king d2, the same idea. So yeah, okay, it's the same or more or less. As we see in this variation is it just creates weaknesses. Can't do much really. If he plays, for example, rook to Yeah. So the pawn, okay, the pawn stays on a6. For example, I play g3. I just back to move. For example, to here. I play g3. And I don't know. He plays to here. I come to here. I'm attacking that pawn. G7. A4. Alright, what is he going to play? Maybe something again with the rook, move again with the rook, maybe rook to c4. I can just push. He can't take, because we take here. And here it says king to d8. I think we can now make a passer. Now we can play rook takes. Now his pressure is relieved, so could just take here, but then pawn takes. I'm actually not convinced for black. The computer says rook to c7. Wow. Right, so which other moves has he? He can play rook to here, king to there, and rook to there. Every other move loses a pawn. Let's play rook to here. I'm just going to push. And there is nothing he can do about it. I'm just going to push. That's how to exploit dark squares. In this case of a position, if they make too much dark square holes in their position, the idea is just as a trade of the dark square bishop. You need to have a dark square bishop, or actually don't even need to have it. The only thing you need to do is to have a blockader of their light square bishop and their position. That's the only thing you need. Just don't let this guy into the position and get the king into the middle, and you have all the play in the world. This is a totally positional domination by white. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this interesting. See you next time.